Hey, good morning to you all, or good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are seeing that. For today, when I am looking out my window, it is very dismal. It is pouring rain. It's during one of the large storms that we are having. And I actually have to add light to the room because even though I'm sitting next to a window, you would never know that I am sitting next to a window. So I had to add some light. And I was thinking, I'm kind of not feeling into doing a devotional, or how do I talk to people about, yeah, getting into everything that God has for you when I'm not feeling, uh, I'm feeling kind of yuck. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm feeling fine. But as you look at me, I feel like I still have the eating too much uh, sugar hangover from the holidays. I feel like I have bags under my eyes. My hair isn't the way that I want it. And I just sit here thinking, God can use me? How? I don't think I am alone. You may be sitting right where you are listening to this devotional going, yeah, Pastor Julie, I'm feeling you. Or you may have had a great day or the beginning of a great day, but you can say and relate and say, I relate to that because I've had those thoughts as well. Some days are like that. And I think that the perfect fit for a day like this, where I'm thinking, how does God use me in this particular day, comes from Thomas Carlyle, who says, the man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder, a waif, a nothing, a no man. Just because we feel like God cannot use us in this particular moment does not mean that that is an accurate fact. Our feelings guide us through a lot of things that are not true. I know that God uses me every minute of every day that I'm alive. I may not feel like he does. I may not see where he does, but I know that he does. God has a purpose for my life, and I join him in that purpose. And I continue to look for how I can work to do better and be a better servant for him and for God's people. And you can do the same thing. What we need to do is not let our feelings take control and make it a fact, right? Our feelings are not facts, they're just feelings. And I am a big feeler. You guys know that I am a warm, touchy feely person. So if I can say, set aside the feelings of not having a purpose today, because I know that the fact is that God gives me purpose and there is a purpose for everything I do. If I can set that aside, you can set that aside. So what drives you today? Or if you are listening to this at the end of the day, what drove you for the day? When you get up in the morning, what drives you? How are you driven for looking for the purpose in your life? There are some people that are driven by guilt. That is not going to set anybody up for being used as God intends, because God does not intend for your guilt to drive you. Some people are driven by resentment and anger. Same boat. Get rid of it. It's not helpful. It's not healthy. And whatever resentment you have, resolve it with the person. Whatever anger you have, get that resolved, and certainly go to prayer for whatever resentment and anger you're holding and what the next step is, because that anger and resentment is holding you back, and the guilt is holding you back from doing God's work. And it's part of what makes you feel like there is no purpose. Maybe you are driven by fear. Oh, you're seeing a theme, aren't you? Because that is not going to give you what you're looking for doing God's work and for the purpose that he has for you in life. And in fact, all of these, guilt, anger, resentment, fear, those are what the enemy wants you to be driven by. And we do not serve the enemy, people. We serve our God. So, how about if we are driven by God's love today? Or if you are watching this in the evening, make the rest of your day, the rest of your night driven by God's love, and vow, all of us, let's vow that throughout the day, throughout tomorrow, throughout the week, we are driven by God's love. We are not driven by our feelings. We are not driven by anything that the enemy has for us. We are driven by God's love. Let's do that together. Have a blessed and amazing day, evening, week, and I will see you again soon. Love you all.